Hello everyone, today is February 25th, 2019. This is my 14th episode about C++ type function, modern C++ programming. In this session, we will learn std initializer list and modern C++ initialization using parentheses syntax, old traditional syntax versus curly brace syntax. Please refer to initializer list from this link. You can learn more about initializer list. This is actually what we will do. We will learn initializer list in this session. And we dealt about template argument deduction in our previous session. You can also refer to class template argument deduction since C++ 17. In future sessions, I will use this syntax quite a lot, and so please make yourself familiar with this concept. And if you haven't watched my previous video, please watch this video. I will talk about this shortly. Also note that this is prerequisite. Please click this link and make sure please watch this video. Now we display. In this video, I explained the difference between non-aggregate type and aggregate type. Understanding the difference between aggregate type and non-aggregate type is crucial for modern C++. So please watch this video. I will talk more about aggregate type and non-aggregate type in this session, but please refer to this video as well. For new visitors on my website, if you are watching this series video, if you are watching this video for the first time, please click this link. You have to watch my previous videos to follow this session because I do not want to repeat the same thing again and again. For this session, we need source code files from our previous session. From our previous session, you can download the source code here. Then you can follow our usual preliminary task. You have to unzip, show in folder, unzip, copy the file, and paste it to your working folder. Then open it in Visual Studio Code. This is the previous source code, so please unselect here. By clicking Ctrl minus, then you can make the text smaller. Then I will click New Folder, 14, Initializer. Then here, PCH, CPP, INIT CPP. Control V, include talk play fun type util. We will also include then here include pch.h, and here include pch.h, and we will also include here include type function tutorial type liv. Okay, auto stream talk play fun. Okay, so stream is an instance class, an instance like this. Talk play fun, stream, t character, stream. You can also create a stream like this. Stream, auto, NL, stream, get console out. int main stream hello C++ initialization, and here start your command prompt. There cd14 initializer. We need to precompile the header first. pch local pch cpp msbc local init cpp. No apport default constructor available. See, I forgot. Let's see. Code definition. Stream. Wow. Looks complex. I will use my usual approach. Or stream. Sorry. The play one. Stream. I made it a while ago. I made this library a while ago, so I forgot the syntax. Okay. Okay, it works. In modern C++, there are two syntax for initialization. One is using parentheses, another is using curly brace. It is crucial to understand the difference between parentheses and the curly brace. Template, type name T, class aggregate, type public T M value. An aggregate type should not have custom constructor. An aggregate type should not have virtual member function. An aggregate type can have non-virtual member function. All data fields in an aggregate type should be in public section. So this is the aggregate type. It has one data member. This should be in public section. If it wants to be, if aggregate type T wants to be an aggregate type, we cannot provide custom constructor, but can have non-virtual and friend functions. Template, type name, character type, friend, DECL type auto. It should be DECL type auto. Operator, talk play fun, stream T, character type, OS, constant aggregate type, AGR. OS, AGR, it has one member value, M value, return OS. Note that return type should be DECL type. Okay. Now we test this aggregate type. Aggregate type A. We can initialize 5. When we initialize an aggregate type, we should use curly brace. We cannot use parentheses to initialize aggregate types. Okay, now let's try it. Stream, let me see, A and L. Wow. So we can make type deduction, type guide. Because it does not have a constructor template, sorry, we cannot make template class argument deduction guide for aggregate types, because aggregate types do not have a custom constructor. Sadly, we have to provide int, for example. Okay, now let's learn. Okay, it learns. We cannot make template class argument deduction guide for aggregate types because aggregate types do not have a custom constructor. Okay, and we cannot do this. Aggregate type int a 5. It does not work. Let's try. Stream a and a. Okay, I'll say b 6. Now let's try it. No, it does not work. 45. Okay, it does not work because aggregate types do not have a custom constructor. We cannot use parentheses to initialize aggregate types. Now let's turn our attention to non-aggregate type. I will copy this part here. Void test aggregate types and main. I will copy this. You can test it yourself. Okay, I will disable it. Template type name T class non-aggregate type. Non-aggregate type is conventional class. It can have a virtual member function, can have a custom constructor. Data members can be private. So here this is private tm value. We can initialize like this too. Public. We will make friend function template type name character type friend. Don't forget DECL type. Auto operator talk play fun stream T character type OS constant non-aggregate type NAG OS M value NAG M value return OS. This is friend function. Now here we are creating constructor like this. Non-aggregate type T value M value tied. This T is tied. Okay, this T is tied with this tied constructor. Then here void test non-aggregate type. Non-aggregate type and 1. Let's try 1, because non-aggregate type has constructor with non-initializer list. We can use when non-aggregate type has a constructor that does not take an instance of std initializer list. We can use both parentheses syntax and curly brace syntax. So it works. Non-aggregate type and 2 3.5 both work. Stream N1 and L. Stream N2 and 2. Okay, and L. Now let's test. Now let's try. Why is squiggle? I made typo. Okay, it works. Okay, it works. For non-aggregate types with constructor that does not take an instance of std initializer list, we can use both parentheses and curly brace syntax to initialize data member field through the constructor. Okay, so this is this constructor has parentheses like this. So this is the conventional way it works, and it also works. But there is a different story. I will put it here, stream, constructor, parentheses, hold, and here. Now we are creating another one like this. Tied constructor with std initializer list. Tied constructor without using std initializer. Without using initializer. Here, non-aggregate type std initializer list t. It is also tied, okay? lst. Probably you cannot use reference. This probably is not allowed, okay? Don't use reference here. Do not use reference in the constructor. Reference initializer list for constructor. Here, how can I initialize it? We will just call it. We will not initialize. Constructor using initializer list. Okay? Then here, now let's build. Wow. See? Why it is 0? It is 1. It is initialized. We haven't initialized it. You know, we haven't initialized. M value. We can initialize only one instance because this is only one instance. Then ls std begin. lst, it gives the first element. Okay, I think this is the correct one. Let's try. Okay, so it has only one element. Please note that, please compare the result here. Compare the result here. This is called with initializer list. When a constructor with initializer list is provided, curly brace syntax uses the initializer list constructor. If a constructor with initializer list is not provided, then curly brace syntax uses conventional constructor. Okay, so in this case, because we provided the initializer list with this curly brace syntax, this initializer list matches. Okay, if we disable it, this both parentheses initialization and curly brace initialization uses this syntax. Okay, now let's try it. In this case, it uses constructor without using initializer called. This constructor is called. If we enable it, so when we enable this initializer list constructor, this syntax still calls all the conventional constructor. This curly brace syntax uses initializer list. Please try this method several times and have a solid understanding. This is non-initializer parameter. This is initializer parameter. When both argument matches both case, in this syntax with the parentheses syntax, conventional constructor is called. And in curly brace syntax, this initializer syntax is called when it is provided. If it is not provided, if this is disabled, in both cases, it calls this constructor. Okay, I will enable it. In next session, we will be using varied template parameter, initializer list, class template argument, deduction guide, and we will learn advanced type functions. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.